It's pillow talk, pillow talk, pillow talk, hey. Pillows and playing video games.
Welcome back to Pillow Talk. I'm just gonna start here.
All right, welcome back to Pillow Talk.
Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna switch actually.
Yeah, this game is a little challenging to my memory because I can say to myself, you know, I'm pretty sure this is how it was, but I don't know if they changed anything or not.
They did. They did add a lot.
So they've changed some things, and I don't know which things they've changed or which things I just can't remember because I'm old. I know I'm not that old, but I should have ice beamed.
Well, if I read correctly, this game was supposed to get a lot more people into Pokemon.
Much more accessible.
If they started like at Let's Go, or if this is their first,
or Pokemon Go, which has just been,
I guess that's what I meant to say.
Pokemon Go, which has been bigger than any Pokemon game to date.
If they like that, this is supposed to be their
gateway drug.
Yeah,
beyond Pokemon Go.
Yes,
into the handheld console games.
God, I can't wait. I hope E3 or something they announce the next Pokemon game.
If they don't make it for the 3DS too, I'm gonna be so pissed.
They're not going to.
I know they're not going to, but I'm gonna be so pissed.
Because I'm gonna be playing this around you, and you're gonna like have to buy it.
You know, I see the new smaller Switch coming in at like a $240 price tag, maybe $250. That's tough to swallow. If they made it $180, $180 is about the benchmark where I could say, "Yep, I'll just buy it."
You got ya. I feel ya.
That's my limit where I'm like, okay, for a new series, a generation of Pokemon games, I'll buy it at that.
They really want to benchmark it at 250?
I think that's where, well, they might drop this console to 250 and do like a 210, 220, 200.
But this is like 250.
No, it's 300.
The Switch is?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, occasionally it goes on sale for like 270, 280. But you know Nintendo, they don't put things on sale.
Yeah. I don't know why, because
it's a $300 Switch, man.
I didn't realize it. I swear
they might drop the price of this one. If they don't, the new one will be $250. If they do, the new one will be like $200, $220. The new smaller one without the TV stuff, which I feel
just save, man. Do the rule of 5.
I feel just the TV stuff is probably enough of an add-on unless somebody comes out with a nice aftermarket dock or the dock is cheap enough somewhere else.
Right. Well, I bet you could buy one on eBay, just a dock.
Well, if you didn't care about the nice docking mechanic, which I do, you could get just a couple USB adapters for $20 and it would do the same thing.
Oh, charge it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
But again, as I get older, I value more and more just buying things that work and work nicely.
Yep.
Over tinkering and
workarounds.
Yeah.
I definitely feel you there.
I just continually I decide to myself I would rather spend an extra $50 to $100 on this thing if it just works 100%, works well, is quality.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm stuck in Thrash.
Oh, you are? Oh, it's me. I'm gonna ice beam this Onyx. Don't reply to that butt text.
No, it's so my dad wanted No, my dad wanted me to go to this hold on. I can't talk and fucking
text at the same time.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Me. It's like trying to hold two conversations at once. Click your button, Richard.
No, so my dad past year has just been wanting me to do a lot of things with him, which is nice because we never had a lot in common. A lot of misunderstanding between us when I grew up.
Yep.
And now, not so much anymore. A lot of air has been cleared. So he wants to do a lot of stuff with me. And one of the things he wanted to do was he works at a Lutheran school, and they have an auction tonight at the Holiday Inn. Okay. And him and my mom are going, and a friend of them had a extra ticket. And I know, all the people there know and want me to go, but I don't want to go. And my dad asked me if I wanted to go, and I said, I don't know.
Made plans with Joshua.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, I don't know what Joshua I don't know what our plans are later tonight. Look at the Snorlax.
Look at him. He's just like,
yeah, I know, dude. And he really wanted me to go because it's just I don't.
Right, it's part of his work and what he does.
Yeah, but I don't. I bought him dinner last night, so he can deal.
That's a really fulfilling thing, again, when you become an adult and grow up and have a job, is going out to, dinner with your family.
And then being able
to pay for it.
Right? Because my dad, was someone talking to me?
Oh, it's Mr. Fuji. There's something I forgot to mention about that Pokemon flute you got there. Mm-hmm. Oh, perfect timing. You woke up Snorlax. He's gonna kill us all. It's Snorlax. I already said that. It attacks first thing it sees when it wakes up. I guess that's you now.
You're dead. Sorry. Bye. I take no responsibility.
You signed the waiver. Mistook you for food.
Fuck. Bruh. Attack Rose.
Oh, jeez. He's like the those super Pokemon in X and Y.
Jesus, he's standing up too. I'm proud of him.
I'm gonna fucking. Oh, you're gonna break his ass.
Oh, we're timed. We're timed. We're timed.
Oh, not only are we timed, we don't get to catch him this way.
We can.
We can, but after we attack him.
Oh, I don't. Oh, were we not allowed to catch him?
It's not the normal catch.
Oh, well, you're right. It's a legit battle.
Yeah.
Well, this is weird.
I think we have to. We probably beat him in battle, and then we just get him as a gift.
Okay.
Should have hyper beamed.
Would have been epic, but whatever. Should have ice beamed.
He's probably gonna rest anyway. I should ice beam for the freeze.
Ew, gross.
Ew, he touched me. That big ass tongue. No, because for my mom's birthday the last couple years, Sarah and I, every time we go out to dinner, it'll be, the 4 or 5 of us, maybe 6 of us. How did he avoid hyper beam?
He's nimble as fuck.
And we'd go out, and Sarah and I would just split the bill.
Right?
And it's nice to be able to do that to your parents who, have raised you.
Right?
Ready?
I gotta do a bag, dude. Hippie.
Why are you trying to feed it berries?
It likes him.
Ready? Go.
Oh,
yes.
Excellent.
That baby's in the ball. In the ball.
Yeah, no, it's really nice to be able to give back. It goes back to when I was talking about earlier, is being a dream of mine is to be able to create something to employ someone to help them.
It's just that community
achieve.
aspect.
Yeah.
And
oh wow, look at that.
I wish it was something I cared more about or understood better growing up.
Right? But you don't.
You don't. You're a teenager. You're doing teenagey things, and it's not important to you at the time usually.
Right. And that's what I've been telling my dad, because he was always like going the whole Grace thing right now, and I'm like, dude, just
she's going through shit.
When she is 22, 23,
she'll come around.
She will have a realization. And same thing with Katie.
Mm-hmm.
Is she will have a realization. She just is. Well, I told my dad she's exactly like you, stubborn as fuck, and very has the blinds on, has to do this, then this, then this.
Mm-hmm.
She'll realize it, and I think they're just waiting for that.
Yeah, I wish there wasn't so much of the you turn 18, you graduate high school, you become an adult. There's a lot more to it than that. A lot more learning.
That's why I don't think college,
even beyond 25 or 30.
See, look at now he's hot.
Yeah, now he is. Yeah, I don't think jumping straight into college is a good thing.
Mm-mm.
For me, obviously, that would not have been a great thing. I could not have student loans right now and be in basically the same position.
Yep, same.
And Caleb, for example, probably doesn't care that much about school.
Shouldn't have done it.
Shouldn't have done it at the time. But, oh well.
I feel like college is something you should go into when you know who you are already. Like, I should have started college now.
Exactly.
And granted, it would have been at
24, 25 maybe.
Yeah, I would say now. How am I right now? 25? I would say right now. Right now, I know what I want. I know who I am.
You have a much better idea of what you want going forward for the next, 40 years than you did 5 years ago.
Yes, and I wish I would have started now. And especially with Caleb, he has
kid has no idea what he wants, and that's fine.
No idea who he is, and he shouldn't have
to worry about
been told
tens
to
of
go to
thousands
college.
of dollars of debt, or
academics or anything.
Yeah, but that's kind of the society in the States is you graduate high school and you immediately go to college and go into debt for it.
Yeah, and it's sad.
It is.
I wish I would have. I was also thinking that this morning. I wish I would have dropped out.
I wish I would have dropped out sooner.
I wish I would have dropped out because I know
You didn't enjoy your...
I hated the whole thing.
Yeah.
And you know that you lived with me the last 2 awful years of it.
You
It
hated everything
sucked.
about that program.
It was very hard, and I was up multiple times 'cause at a time Josh would work 3rd shift. So would you come home super early in the morning?
Yeah, I'd come home usually 5 or 6.
He would come home with me still up working on shit for my class.
I'd be like, what the hell are you doing, dude?
I gotta finish it. And it was, even though it was like, it wasn't the day of that it needed to be due, it was weeks before it was due, because then I had to work like 3 jobs.
Yeah, you were working 2 or 3 jobs at the time, like 60 hours a week.
It was so stressful.
On top of a full-time school.
Just to go to college and live.
And still end up, tens of thousands in debt.
Yeah. And so whenever people bitch about me not working or being lazy or like, why is this teller job like all you're gonna? I just
want to like sit back and enjoy things for a second
and be able to work on things I actually want to do, but
Mm-hmm.
they don't understand it.
No, a lot of the older generation especially is career focused. What do you want to do?
Yep. And because I had that, I had a moment like that. I think it was last Friday. I went out to the Raven with my mom and my dad, and then people from the Lutheran church were there, and I was talking with them, and they were asking me like what I want to do, and I was trying to explain the YouTube thing, creating entertaining, but they don't understand it.
It's not a traditional means of
it's
employment
not
from their generation.
So what happens is I love her a lot.
But end up in a bit of an argument.
Yeah, and it ends up with her giving me an email address of her daughter who critiques resumes, so I can send my resume to her. I'm like, I know where you're coming from, and I know this will help. But like, it's not what I wanted. I wanted to hear encouragement and understanding, but I was met with, maybe you should rethink and do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my parents are slowly realizing that. Slowly but surely, as much as they don't want to. I think they're realizing that.
It's one of those that I think my mom has really come to understand, especially between Sarah, myself, and Caleb. And realizing the cost difference between what you make working minimum wage and what school costs. She got her like 2-year RN degree for like, I can't remember what she said, but it was something like $3,000 all in for the entire 2-year degree at the time.
And then
and making, $4 an hour. And here at the time when I was just getting into college and Sarah was already in college, minimum wage was like $7.
Yep, $7.25 was
but
it?
a semester of school would cost $7 or $8,000. And she was helping to pay for some of that, and that's, I think, has, as somebody of the older generation, really helped her realize just how fucked
it is
to try to pay for that in that position now.
Especially, it sucks around this area because I do remember a lot of kids though being fortunate enough to grow up with family members who paid for all their college or knew something. And my parents never paid for my college at all. That's why I had to work so much. My dad paid, I think, $600 once towards what I still owed on a semester, and I got really pissed at him because I was even now and then when I was living with them, I was super independent. They didn't pay for anything. I paid for everything. So I remember getting extremely upset that he did that, but at the same time, it was like, but it was, again, they've only contributed $600, been able to, as much as, and they've wanted to
help more,
but they can't. So that's why they've let me.
Right. Well, thank you, 2008. Economy crash.
Right. Yep.
No, my parents were fortunately able to help a lot more. I think when I went to school, they each paid about 1/3, and then I was responsible for the other 1/3.
Okay.
Which was, a significant help. But again, it's that going to school, not knowing what you want,
and then having to go to it,
and then just me being kind of in a fucked up state at the time.
Well, I know, and that doesn't help because it wasn't addressed, or
No, but part of that's on me, but
at the same time, you're in such a mindset as a kid,
right? Of do what the parents say, and
and then how we were both raised was don't express yourself.
Yes, yeah,
and which led to either a lot of sadness and withdrawn, or a lot of anger in my part. I like how we were both on the other
end of that spectrum.
Yeah, very mad.
Yeah, how many holes have you put in this wall?
Yeah, very mad. I punched this wall a lot.
Is that the wall you punched?
Yeah. I don't know where it is. That
Because I remember that coming up a couple times.
that was that led up to a lot, and then this thing with an ex-girlfriend, that kind of climax. But yeah, no, I'm so glad I'm not in that state anymore.
I know,
It's so nice. But you can still like feel it.
Oh yeah, you feel that same sort of mentality creeping back, and you have to, go through the thought process of kind of putting that down and taking a positive spin on it.
Being able to recollect.
But being able to recognize when that does show up is
Yeah.
a pretty surefire way of staying out of that.
Yeah. No, but I think they might have painted over it. Boo, 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 boo.
The Nidorino line is such a cool design.
They always looked weird to me.
It's one of my favorite designs playing this game.
Really, I think once Nidoran evolves is when I kind of like, okay,
I mean, no, even Nidorino looks really cool to me.
I really like Nidorina because if she was a person, I think she'd be pretty sexy. I'm just saying. Gen 4 or Gen 3 sprites, she's pretty hot.
Sometimes I think I'm pretty sexually driven, but then I hang out with you and I'm like, I'm not that bad.
No, I'm the equilibrium to you, man.
Oh, thanks.
I bring you down when you realize, yeah, I'm not just a pervert. Someone else is too.
Somebody else is worse.
I was telling Sir about that the other day too. I was like, I remember after I dated this one girl that I was just like, fuck sex, I'm not into it, and blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But then I look back at it now and I'm like, fucking whatever, dude. You're a horny motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I love sex. I love looking at pretty people. I love butts. I love just anything, man.
I understand.
Sexy.
Sexy danger.
Sexy danger. Sexy danger.
Break that.
Sorry, I'm too busy.
With your sexiness.
Sexy danger. Yeah, then like now, confidence and self-image. Oh, it's so high up now. Like, whoa.
It's not even like an impressive amount of self-confidence. It's just
being able to just
be comfortable all the time.
Like I barely wear like concealer now anymore. Mm-hmm. Just like fuck it.
It's good.
And then being able to it's really nice. And then having my shorter hair, I finally realized I was like, I need to stick with
that kind of hit about early 20s too. Shorter hair looks a little bit better.
Yeah, it does.
All right, well, next time on Pillow Talk, we will use those 5 Eevee candies.
I don't even know where we're going.
By digging them, burying them in a hole somewhere.
Anymore. We're going to grow an Eevee.
What's an Eevee?
Where does this go? This is Vermilion right over here.
Yeah, it's Vermilion here.
Oh. We went the wrong way.
Yeah, but we completed the loop. Now we can go down further.
This is kind of... See, like, all games have that aspect. So, like, what's really cool about Mega Man X is, like, each boss has a weakness to the other boss because you earn a weapon from beating each boss.
And then by beating the boss in the order, you get the weapon to help beat the next boss.
But then there's also in another order where some bosses, if you beat them, for example, Storm Eagles, if you beat Storm Eagle, you beat him on a ship. His ship crashes into Spark Mandrill's location, so it makes the whole location getting to Spark Mandrill easier because the power's all out.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in that game. And then like with Pokemon, it's the same way, how it's like all connected with like the Pokeflute being Snorlax doing the gym badges order and shit.
Maybe they did this in some earlier ones, but Dark Souls could benefit from some of that of beating somebody else before somebody else affects it in such a way to make it easier.
I thought they did that.
I don't remember them doing any of that in the third one. It could be they did in the earlier ones.
Or maybe it might have been if you beat this one to get this item, you unlock that boss.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, I think that's what it might have been. But no, I wish they would have. If they did that in Dark Souls, that would have been that'd been pretty rad. But yeah, no, that's a cool thing about Mega Man X is I keep saving. Is
you can never save too much.
Like if you beat Chilled Penguin stage, since he's on an like an ice mountain, there's an avalanche that happens, goes on to like the Flaming Mammoth stage, which floods his whole place and freezes it so you can access the upgrades in a lot easier fashion. And then there's also things like, for example, like Flame Mammoth. I think he's weak to Storm Eagle's ability, but if you use the beetle guy, the boomerang guy, if you use the boomerang guy's item 3 times on him first, you cut off his trunk so he doesn't use half of his moveset.
Dang.
Yeah, there's so much into that game. I was like, whoa.
That is good.
I know, right? And
I was going to make a nice mountain joke about them bottling water up there.
I know. And then he just throws them down and says, fuck you, drown in plastic, bitch. Kill the earth. I love it. You know?